Hi everyone, Mouthany Washtano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a review of this new self-titled album from Spiritual Cramp! Right here we have the debut full-length self-titled LP from this California band that has a myriad of connections to a bunch of underground groups from the area. They have been building up to this moment for years with EP after EP after EP going back to 2017, and while the round of influences the band was working with on these projects were familiar, from speedy garage to fiery, groovy post-punk, the sort of dark, electrifying, and subtly spooky vibes they brought to these styles were kind of refreshing. Not to mention the band certainly knows how to write a song, something I think they were getting better at over time, especially with some of the singles in the lead up to this new album. First off, with Talkin' on the Internet, you have these huge, bellowing lead vocals, tight power pop guitars too, some mashed keys. It's punchy, it's energetic, it's powerful, but it has a strong melodic component to it too. Really the most fun you're going to have listening to a track about people judgmentally shit-talking on the internet. Meanwhile, Herberts on Holiday goes in more of a tender direction, with some weepy guitar leads and lyrics that show an appreciation for somebody who has a very positive impact on your life. There's something very Strokesian about the guitars and the songwriting, but the doubled up, brooding, and deep lead vocals give this vibe almost a goth twist, and weirdly it works. Then the song Better Off This Way is a blistering garage rock anthem that feels almost like something the Hives would do. I think it's better off this way, even right down to the lyrics. But again, that pounding, atmospheric, slightly murky sound Spiritual Cramp are bringing to this style sets them apart a little bit. And they dip back into this genre combo on the track Can I Borrow Your Lighter again, and sound fantastic in the process. So again, on these lead singles, on these introductory cuts, you are getting some familiar rock sounds, but with a hint of darkness, and things get even more grim on the other tracks, such as City on Fire, which is loaded with harrowing imagery of a city in chaos. There's cops, there's news coverage, there's flames going in every direction, there's people breaking windows. Maybe the track is a bit too simple lyrically and could have used some kind of context or explanation as to why this is going on, but the drums and guitar work are snappy, and what little point the song does have gets across. Clashing at the Party rocks even harder and is a song all about going into a party to steal things from people. A very scummy and unlikely song topic that is, yeah, one of the catchiest songs to focus on this idea, I guess. Meanwhile, Catch a Hot One is all about the protagonist of the song lying to their partner to essentially go out and smoke and drink and do drugs and I guess just be devious. It's really a hard and aggressive anthem all about tumbling into this rabbit hole of addiction, proving the band's knack for working some very dark and torturous moments into just very hooky and raw guitar songs. Something they circle back on again with the closer, Addict. Now, overall, I will say this is a very good debut if we are simply talking about the quality of the individual songs themselves, the vast majority of which are bangers. But as a record overall, there are a number of ways I think this thing could have been better. The runtime is a bit too scant. This record is just under 30 minutes and 10 tracks, and that album length could have been built out with tracks that are just a bit more versatile, maybe some more keys, maybe some more harmony layers. That certainly wouldn't have taken away from the punch of the record. But one amazing moment that I'm kind of blown away is just not on this record at all is a collab track that the band dropped in the lead up to the album. That would be Hospital Bombing, which is this insane rap reggae fusion cut featuring none other than RXK Nephew, and it's actually awesome. I mean, even if it was just like the song itself without the feature, it would be a haunting and strange track that effectively showcases what makes Spiritual Cramp, while also, showing us they can make a reggae song that rules. But then the RXK Nephew feature, puts it over the top, sounds amazing, and is like one of the most unlikely collabs and crossovers ever. I can't believe I'm talking about it and that it exists. I had to go back online before this review just to make sure I didn't make this up in my head. But yeah, the song is still on the internet, and in fact, we hear a snippet of the track at the start of the first song on the record, and then another snippet of it at the very end of that same song. So like, they worked it into this record somewhat for a little bit, but then didn't put the entire track on this record, and is certainly better than at least a few songs here. I'm just dying to know, why didn't this track end up on the album? Still, even without that, this is an impressive debut as is, even if I wish it came out earlier and there was a bit more to it. I just hope the band is able to build on what they have done here on this record next time around, and that some new fans pick up on this LP and see the potential in what they're doing, and also just get a lot of joy out of the most hard rockin' moments in the track list. Cause I think this is the best and punchiest a band at this level working with these genres has sounded in a while, which I think is shown in the fact that the Hives just dropped a new LP, and they're very much still sounding great. And that record also served as a reminder there's not really a whole lot of bands out and about now that kind of bring that sort of vibe, bring those sorts of riffs. But lo and behold, here's Spiritual Cramp doing it on at least some of the songs here, and sounding amazing in the process, putting their own spin on it. Once more, if you like punk stuff, old school punk, garage stuff, maybe a little like splash of goth in there too, I think you'll get something out of this. Give it a listen, give it a spin. I'm feeling a strong 7 to a light 8 on it. Transition, have you given this album a listen? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? You're the best, you're the best. What should I review next? Hit the like if you like. Please subscribe and please don't cry. Hit the bell as well. Over here next to my head is another video you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Spiritual Cramp, forever.